Hey everybody, it's Benjamin here at the Scentual Fragrance channel. Thank you so much for stopping by today. If you do find that you like my content, please like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and share the video today. So let's talk about Single Malt. Single Malt from the House of Sensual Obsessions. Yes, inspired by Killian's Single Malt. This is a very nice fragrance, and I do have some interesting thoughts about it. So first off with the smell, this is a very interesting kind of woody fragrance to my nose. It's woody, it's boozy, and it has this dark aspect to it. It almost has the same kind of dark plum and the dark sweetness that comes from Andy Warhol. So if you love Andy Warhol and you want something that's made, Andy Warhol is great, but it's pretty sweet and it definitely has a full body to it. It might not be great for a little bit of the warmer weather. It might be a little bit more better for nights. This stuff is a little bit better for day wear, and it's a little bit more boozy. So if you like a boozy fragrance, this is really nice. This stuff is distinctively woody, though. I think there's a little bit of almost that pencil shaving woodiness to this fragrance. It's a little bit more fresh and lively, and the booziness really does remind me sometimes of Coca-Cola, and sometimes it reminds me of chocolate soda. And yes, chocolate soda does exist. There's all kinds of crazy stuff, and there's soda or pop that's inspired by chocolate or tastes like chocolate. So it's a really interesting combination. If you don't know what malt is, it's kind of like a powder, and it's often a sweetener or a binder that can be used in old-fashioned milkshakes and ice cream and the like. To me, the malt here isn't exactly powdery and it's not airy. It's like somewhere in between. It's like slightly damp, kind of like powder, where it's almost like a little bit crumbly. But it's really interesting. Anyways, what you're really going to smell out of this fragrance is a interesting dark sweetness and booziness with a nice woody dry down that smells a little bit more of that pencil shaving, like a little bit more of that bright, interesting, more of like a fresh wood aspect to the fragrance. So it's mostly what you're going to smell out of this one. Some people are going to really like it. If you don't like woody scents, this one's probably not for you. But if you do like a good boozy scent, if you like dark, sweet fragrances, and maybe something that leans a little bit more on the masculine side of things, you might really like this stuff. It's really nice. It being called single malt, I often get ideas in my heads about fragrances. I was expecting something a little bit more of like a whiskey fragrance, a little bit more bright, a little bit more like brown sugar, maybe something leaning a little bit towards the Chronic by Byron. I didn't really get any of that, it doesn't exactly disappoint me, but I was just wanted to put that out there that I had an idea of what this fragrance smelled like before I even smelled it. Is it a good fragrance? Yes. Does it exactly smell like bright white whiskey that's pretty fresh? Not exactly, but is it a nice fragrance for sure? It definitely is boozy. It really is. It smells very boozy, but I don't know if it exactly smells like whiskey. I'm not sure what exactly to attribute that boozy smell to, but it's really nice. It does become a little bit more of just one smell or one accord. After the opening, it can seem a little bit linear to you, but as it dries down, it just has a nice character. I don't think that this would be appropriate for the office because of the booziness. But this is a really nice fragrance for just everyday wear. I think it's sweet enough and playful enough, but yet masculine enough. For somebody who wants more, as a guy, if you want a little bit more of a confident fragrance for you, it's really nice. For a younger guy, I'm not exactly sure if you would like this fragrance for how woody it is. If you're a younger guy and you just like Dior Sauvage and Dylan Blue and those kinds of things, Bleu de Chanel, I'm not sure if you would exactly like this, but it has enough sweetness that you definitely could pull this off in maybe a more professional setting, or maybe more for a date night. I think that if your lady does appreciate a more masculine scent, if your lady does appreciate booziness and sweetness, and actually that confident woodiness, I think that this really could work for a date night. So this is a good fragrance. It really is. I think I like Andy Warhol a little bit better, but this one is a really nice fragrance, especially for you woody lovers out there. You guys who like woody fragrances, this is really nice. Anyways, Nice fragrance, nice brand. I think I looked at their prices. They have 100 mils available for $55, and I think their 50 mils are $35. So the brand actually is very respectable for the quality and the price, and the longevity is really nice too. This is about a 6 hour fragrance, maybe seven. It's not the biggest fragrance. It's not the longest lasting fragrance out there. It's probably going to last 6 hours on average, and has kind of average projection overall. But it definitely is a distinctive smell, and people do pick up on it a little bit better than you would expect. And also, not to mention that the price is really good. You're going to be able to get this fragrance for a third or a quarter of the price of the original. And this stuff projects just as good, possibly even better than the original. So it's a really nice fragrance. It smells to me very similar to the original. If you're looking at Single Malt by Killian, and if you're on a budget, I think that this is definitely worth a try. I think that this is worth your money. And I'm not just saying that. Some of the fragrances from the brand I think are a hit, and some of them I think are kind of a miss. Y'all know that I had a struggle with that oud and amber. That fragrance was not for me. But some of the brands are really nice, and for the money, it's hard to beat. Definitely check out this fragrance if it sounded interesting to you. If this sounded like something you might like, it's good juice for sure. So thank y'all so much for being here today. This has been my review of Single Malt by Scentual Obsessions. And if you do like my content, if you liked it today, please like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, share the video, tell a friend about my channel, tell a friend that I'm around, that I'm a fragrance enthusiast, that I review fragrances. And if you like my content, if you think that more people need to know about me, Benjamin, here at the Scentual Fragrance channel. So thank y'all so much for being here today. I do appreciate you, and I'll see y'all next time. Please, again, of course, support me down below. And wear what you love, my friends. Rock what you got. I'll see you next time, and bye.